Hey guys, in this video I want to focus on a very big problem that we have in the world, and to basically tell you what is the reason of most of the suffering that people endure in this world, on this earth. And this reason is people who call themselves entrepreneurs, who call themselves smart businessmen. They are behind a lot of suffering that's going on in the world. It's a problem because a lot of people are romanticizing business and romanticizing this idea of being a smart businessman who just happens to have this smart idea that will just make a lot of money. But somehow these smart people, they fail to think about, they fail to have the smarts to think about the consequences that this will have on people, on others. And it's just endless of such examples that we can think of. It starts with things like human trafficking. It's literal sexual exploitation of people who are weaker. Kids, children, women are being used for easy money, and these people call themselves smart because they're earning money while making others suffer. Same thing with like all these fast fashion clothing brands. Yes, they make so much money, but how do they do it? They make so many people labor for, cheap pay. And where are their smarts about thinking what consequences it has on people that literally don't have, good lives, that they're slaving for these, fast fashion, these clothing things, and for what? There are also those smart people who would create all those clubs and sell, alcohol or drugs, things that will literally damage others. And yes, they're smart on making money. Wonderful, but where are your smarts when it comes to people's lives, when it comes to the effect that you're making in this world? And I literally just watched, this documentary about Airbnb, how these people were so smart to create this website that made like so much money for them, but at the same time it ruined so many apartments and lives of people. So many people suffered, and these things were actually illegal apparently in many countries, but also I've heard of many crimes that were committed in these Airbnb things. So these smart entrepreneurs, where did their smarts go when it comes to the result of their smart business? When it comes to the result of what's happening in the world, of the suffering that's going on in the world for so many people, and Earth in general, with the pollution and all the stuff that's going on. Where are your smarts then? If you're such a smart entrepreneur, then maybe you can solve this problem now, if you are so smart. And it's crazy, if you think about it, because the majority of people is actually focused so much on money. And as much as money, it is important for us to go about because of the system that's created. But at the same time, people just can't go about it in the right way. People abuse this system. And the people that think that they're so smart by making this money, and they think that they're so wonderful and everything, they're actually abusing the system and they're abusing people. It's really a strange world that we are in. It's a really strange world that we are in. And it's sad that a lot of people who are, claiming to be these smart, ones, are the ones that sort of manage to get away like nothing happened. But it's unfair to so many people. It's unfair to this planet. And these businesses that I mentioned, they're just few because there's so many of them out there. There are people that literally will not care about anyone or anything that will suffer in the process if they know that they can make money out of it and that they can create this image of this wonderful businessman, of this smart businessman who just had this brilliant idea to make so much money. To me, that's not a wonderful businessman. That's like, I don't even know, that's foolish, that's stupid, that's horrible. It's not smart. So, if you ask me, I would say that all these people who created these problems and created these sufferings are the ones to fix it. All the money that were earned from all of that smart idea thing should be used on fixing the problem that it created in the world. It's sad that people are so blinded by money. They cannot see anything but money and themselves. Everyone is so selfish. And those who are not selfish, those who care, they are the ones sacrificing. They're the ones trying to adapt to the craziness that's going on in the world. So, you guys, it's crazy to me to think about this and to see this. And with all this stupidity that's going on with New Age and this Gnosticism, this thing of the religion that the majority of politicians and people believe in, that what all you need to do is just focus on the positive, and all you need to do is just ignore the negative, because what you focus on expands or whatever, and if you ignore the negative, it will disappear. But in fact, it does not disappear, and Earth does not revolve around you, and it's a lie. It's a satanic lie. It's the serpent that came in the garden and deceived Eve, the religion that everyone's falling for. And if we just, are so positive and just run around and like we have apocalypses happen and everyone is still just positive, and like, what's she gonna do? It's not going to change. The problem is not going to disappear. It does not work that way. And it's sad that we have so many rulers in positions, in leading positions, that are selfish and that do think that the world revolves around them. And they also think they're smart because they're making money by making others suffer. So to me, it's a very, very sad thing. Because, there was a time when I was sacrificing. And I heard so much about these, like, business idea thing, and I was actually talking to a person at the time who was kind of a businessman, and that person literally disregarded like people or animals. Like, that person was like, I want to sell beef or something like that, and the reason that he would go about it is like, I don't care, it's gonna make money, I want to sell beef. It was in a very selfish manner, and I was always thinking that these businessmen, they're selfish because they truly disregard people for the sake of their idea. And it's sad because people are more important, and you can still make your idea happen if it's for the good of everyone, if it works for everyone, if it does not make people suffer. Then you would be smart. If you would come up with such an idea that it brings you money and it benefits everyone, then that would be huge. Then you would be super smart. But if your idea and your way of making money is so-called smart when you're just making so many people suffer and being unfair to so many people, it's not right. And so what I was saying, there was a time when I was sacrificing, and I was like, how do these people go about these things? And this was actually one of the times when I fell into this new age thing, and I followed them for a while, and then God saved me from it, and he opened my eyes. And it's a good thing that I fell for it. It was because I learned how people think in that thing, about like the law of attraction and all that. Where is your law of attraction now when you see so many problems in the world? What happened to it? So, this is the sad reality that we're in. And there's just a lot of injustice, and there's just too many problems because all of it is created by the selfishness of people. So I will leave you with this, and I will cut the video here. But it's time that everyone makes a decision on where you stand with these things. Do you really think it's okay that we are influenced and ruled, that we are in society of Satan, of people who are literally following a satanic cult, a satanic religion? It's not of God. They're not even if they say that they're Christians, they're not. They just, say whatever they want to say. Because, there are literally only 3 ways that you can see the reality. So one of them, and the true one, is the one that's in the Bible, the one that this world is created by God. Then there is this Gnosticism. It's the law of attraction, all of this thing, and it's the deception of the serpent, of the Satan. There's literally, one real religion, and everything else is just false. And well, take it or leave it. I speak about this more in depth in other videos, and there's a lot of information about this. But then the third worldview is the worldview, right? It's the science and like magic and spirituality doesn't exist kind of worldview. That's all. And the elite is with the Satan. They're on all Gnostics. They're all like all the so-called Illuminati. They think that they're enlightened when in fact they're so much in the dark, and they don't see how much harm they're creating. They're literally, they're the ones supporting these businesses. They're the ones running these businesses. They're the ones benefiting and profiting from these businesses. There are literally religious even cults and things that somehow earn money on human trafficking and drugs. What kind of world are we in? Hello. So, I mean, we can still be ignorant and pretend that nothing's happening. We're just positive. We're just ignoring all the negative stuff, and we're just attracting the positive stuff. And then one day we wake up and this world is destroyed, or we make a decision and we decide what is right, because we have the power to speak up, to do things differently, to make things right, and especially make things right before God, because He's been observing all of this for many years, for thousands of years, and we are so lucky that we have the God that is long-suffering, that is merciful, that cares about us, that wants us to make things right, and that wants to help us make things right. But to do that, we need to stop doing the crazy things, and we need to think straight, and we need to make things right for everyone. Because a lot of people, too many people, are siding with Satan, with the one who is destroying this world, the one who's deceiving everyone. So, yeah, I said I was gonna cut the video then, but I mean, I just can't stop, it seems, so I will now. So, yeah, this is just something that God really showed me just now, and He said to speak up, so I did. And yeah, so I'll see you next time, guys.